So near and yet so far from the First Division gates has been the Wolves story for some time. But victory now would put them with at least 1 foot on the threshold. Molineux, the club's top scorer, is fit again after knee ligament trouble, and so takes his place in a side which has been unbeaten now for 10 matches. The problem is that 8 of those matches have been drawn and points have been dropped against teams in the lower half of the table. Crystal Palace are another such team. Indeed, any 3 of 11 could be relegated to the 3rd division. And their lineup this afternoon shows the return of Jerry Murphy after suspension, but they lose Gary Locke for the same reason and Billy Gilbert because of a hamstring injury. On whom are the pressures greater? On Alan Mullery, the manager of Crystal Palace, or on his opposite number, Graham Hawkins of Wolves? Well, we surely can't expect a repeat of the match at Selhurst Park in November, which was eventually won 4-3 by Wolves after Palace had scored twice in the first 7 minutes. A bit hasty by Mick Matthews. Jerry Murphy. Houghton. 4 forward for Palace. The referee this afternoon is Mr. Ray Chadwick of Darwin. Well, not the biggest crowd that one has seen at Molineux, but certainly the atmosphere is very good. The match so important to both sides. This is Eves. Pender. Gray. And they're all looking a bit. And it was Jim Cannon who got it away from Eves. The ball didn't run too kindly for Eves. Shot by Matthews. The deflection for the corner. Final effort from Matthews, but the Palace defence twisted and turned then, and it was Cannon who got in the important first clearance. Wolves with 3 players right up on the line. Clark, Dodd and Eves. And Fry in some trouble, but Pender couldn't keep the ball down. Ball placed it accurately. Here's Hibbett. Matthews. Well taken, is that a goal? The referee's given it as a foul, which is probably right, but there was a moment then when both keeper and ball seemed to me to go over the line. Clark. Hibbett. All a bit bunched, there's no real width here. Now Humphrey. Missed by Hinshelwood, but not by Cannon. Push and run. Oh, well done. And Palmer finds the cross. Eves back. And over the top by Clark. But what a good piece of play by the captain. Kept his eye on the ball, pushed it past his man, found the cross deep to the back post, from where it was headed across, and back to Clark for the header over the top. Well out by Nebling. And here's Clark! When they won't go for you, they won't go for you. It's a lovely header by Kenny Hibbett, just at the right pace. But Wayne Clark, who hasn't scored for 7 games before today, just saw the ball go a ball's width wide of the far post. Abbott. Brooks. Brown. Bit of pushing by Mabbott. And the slight reaction. Pender. Nonchalant chip. And almost a very good first time ball cut out by Matthews. Eves nibbling with him. Did a good job. It runs for Murphy, who looks up and sees Giles. He's got 4 players to the left of him. Oh, Palmer! What an extraordinary clearance. Not too much doubt what John Burridge thought about that, but what Palmer was trying to do, heaven only knows. The inquiry seemed reasonable enough. Bit of holding, but the referee played the advantage. Eves, and he saw Matthews, but he didn't see Murphy. Hilaire, it's out. Nice claim. A good spin too. And Brooks finding Mabbott well. He's got to go all alone and couldn't find a shot. At least not one worthy of the name. The end of a half which really was something of a contradiction. A half full of attacking football, but which had very few decent shots on goal and no saves to remember. The result of that, 0-0. There's a nice family atmosphere these days at Molineux. It's interesting just to note how many youngsters there are in the crowd. That's a father and son for sure. It's the left foot of one of the successors of the first half that gets the second on the way. Kevin Mabbott. And the Wolves manager Graham Hawkins has come down on the bench for the second half. Hibbett, Matthews, Palmer could have a crack this time. Palmer once more, 4 in the middle. Eves, oh that's easy. Matthews committing himself, and here's Hilaire. Murphy to the left. He tried to play it one way while moving the other, Hilaire, and it didn't work. Here's Matthews. Not quite with the smoothness of Hilaire, but here's Humphrey. And back we go the other way. Houghton. He couldn't make the pass either. Hilaire. There's little tension between the two 18-yard lines, but so much of it in the 18-yard areas. Now Eves wanted 2 touches, and goal! And the goal comes from an error. Sad to say for Palace, but David Fry had the ball with some comfort from Mel Eves and allowed it to slip away. And Andy Gray ends his own personal drought. And maybe in terms of the home victory, that of the team. So Palace, having really given the goal away, and what can a football manager do to guard against such errors? Watched it. Andy Gray's 8th goal of the season. That's a good ball from Matthews. Gray gave it rather too much air. He didn't have enough time to wait for it to come down. Here's Hilaire. Mabbott going away from him. Brooks hanging back. Brown. Mabbott. Brilliant clearance off the line by Pender. Really made an excellent clearance, Pender. And seemed to be complaining at the goalkeeper. But it was 2 against 1 then for a moment for Palace. With Andy Brown and then Kevin Mabbott. The goalkeeper beaten, John Pender got back. Cannon just inside the 18-yard area. It's a poor corner. Hibbett invited the challenge and then took the ball away. Clark. Was a bit slow to go forward, but here's Mellies with a chance to wrap it up, but his touch let him down. Fry was quick, and I think has got a free kick because Eves did stretch a bit, but his touch on the ball destroyed him then. Clark. Hibbett. Chased by Giles. Gray. Corner. Hibbett appealing for something rather more. Eves takes his position. Wayne Clark is already there. Gray on the near post, and here's Alan Dodd arriving, but staying out of the 6-yard area. Nebeling's header. Mabbott is on his own, but has got support arriving behind him. He's held the ball again well. Alistair Brown. Murphy. Go wide, I think was the shout from the bench. Hinshelwood pulls it back, but straight into the waiting hands of Burridge. Alan Dodd. Minutes left. And the match by no means won. Palace looking the better of the two sides. Here's Humphrey. Wolves passing, he's gone to pot. Brown, Giles. It's good running by Ali Brown again. Mabbott! Blocked by Humphrey. Hinshelwood! Ali Brown's expression seeming to sum up how Palace must be feeling. As Kevin Mabbott denied when it seemed that the goal was yawning in front of him by the challenge of John Humphrey. And Graham Hawkins preparing to introduce Paul Butler into the fray. Paul Butler, who came on as a substitute in the opening match of the season. He replaces Mick Matthews now, but in that opening match against Blackburn, he turned the game Wolves' way with a lovely cross that produced a goal. So Palace will now find that they are confronted by an out-and-out left winger. Here's Butler. Oh, that's good pace. Clark, he's got all the time in the world, the biggest spot, and finds it on the terraces. What tension would do to shooting ability. That's an effective way of getting attention. Can't all do that. Brooks. Met by Butler. Only to Giles. Here's Hilaire. Mabbott. And I think that's the last chance gone. He's deserved better fortune, Kevin Mabbott. He really has played well. Truth, a probably more naturally gifted player than his brother. Here's Butler. Clark just inside. Complete miscue by Houghton. Hibbett. Got his angle right. Here's Clark. I don't believe it. I do not believe it. And I suspect I'm not alone in that feeling. Be shared by managers and spectators alike. Hinshelwood with the challenge. Cartwright puts it back. Bender lost. Hilaire. Up comes Murphy. Bender just gets there in time. The tension is quite painful. Giles, Hilaire banged away by Hibbett. Gets the biggest applause of the afternoon. Free kick, it's not the final whistle. Well, does he still have belief, Alan Mullery? In the game for sure. But whether in this one anymore, I'm not sure. Out by Hibbett. Eves to chase. Hinshelwood across. Brooks is there as well. It's a Wolves throw. Gray. Still Mr. Chadwick once more. John Humphrey. Eves, that's a good turn. Clark. Fine save. really good save, which would perhaps, having denied Clark, make David Fry feel a little bit better. Going up is the cry of the crowd. Another check of the watch. And this time, it is the final whistle. Alan Mallory coming to shake hands with Graham Hawkins, whose Wolves team have got home with panting breath by the only goal of the match, scored by Andy Gray after the man alongside him, Mel Eves, has seen his shot saved by David Fry, who then inexplicably lost control of the ball and presented Wolves with the precious 3 points.